So, look, we're going to land the plane finally. But before we do land the plane, let us talk about the fact that you could be signing Fabio Carvalho, who just helped Fulham get promoted back to the Premier League. He even scored a goal in that game. The kid is a good player. He's a gem. I seen him the last time Fulham were in the league, and I didn't watch too much of the champ. I didn't watch any championship actually, but I've heard through the grapevine that he's good, man. Oh, he did play against us in one of the cups as well.
Yep.
He looked good. He looked good. Big Alexander Mitrovic got championship player of the season again. 41 goals. He's gonna come to the Premier League.
Next season.
He's gonna come to the Premier League and not sniff the pitch.
Not sniff it, bro. Haaland.
Oh man. Yo.
God.
But look though.
I think it's not like official, but pretty sure the deal's all worked out. I think he's already had his medical. The deal's in place because it just fell through last minute during January. So we're just ironing out the kinks. He'll be at Liverpool in the summer. He's going to be our first official on paper center attacking mid signing since Coutinho left.
So if did you guys avoid what you guys gonna avoid that fee that you have to pay for there's some fee that you have to pay because of his age or something.
Are you talking about the homegrown players or something?
Yeah, something that you had to pay. Remember you got into something for Elliot, you had to pay some kind of money to Fulham.
I know what you're talking about, but we already paid Fulham that fee.
Yeah, but the thing is, the tribunal, something about some tribunal.
Oh, yeah. I'd have to refresh my memory.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's why you guys are trying to avoid doing the deal in the summer so that you could get it wrapped up in the winter, so you don't have to pay an extra, kind of fee.
Yeah.
So that's why Liverpool, I think you're going to avoid it because you actually paying a fee for a player who is basically a free agent.
That's my thinking when we were trying to get it done in January. It's unlike Liverpool to try to get a deal done when we can get him for free in the summer.
No, but because of his age, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's what it's all about. So, Fabio Carvalho, I think, is a good talent. Let's see if Klopp is going to trust him and play him. Because you could always sign while you're going to play him.
I'd be surprised if he's... Well, again, I didn't think Konate was going to sniff the pitch, dude.
Konate is different, bro. Konate is different.
No, well, he is different, but we don't usually sign players like that young and then them come into the first team. Like, we'll sign a young player and they're just rotting away in the U23s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So another player you rumored to be looking at is Jude Bellingham. Yeah. I think he's going to be very expensive. I don't see that deal happening.
No, we're not paying that much for Jude Bellingham.
How much they want?
80 something, 80.
Yeah, that's not happening.
It's not happening.
That's not happening,
Bellingham?
man.
No. Look, every player, Sancho. What has Sancho done in the Premier League?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing. All right, we're not paying 80 million for a non-Premier League proven player or at least a non. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, a player that young, who has won nothing. And who's not he's not proven himself enough.
Is he good? Sure.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah.
But like, for example, it's not like a Haaland. Like Haaland, I'm confident Haaland could go anywhere in the world and be a force, which is why I think you guys could definitely sign him and are probably going to.
I don't know what you're talking about yet, but we ain't got to Man City yet. But I don't know what you're talking about.
Jinx it.
But I've seen that you're also linked to Konrad Laimer of RB Leipzig. And I could see that happening, seeing that you have history with RB Leipzig, the Red Bulls, through Minamino. You signed Konate as well. So I could see that happening. You know what I mean? Minamino came to the Red Bull from Salzburg. Of course, Konate through, Red Leipzig and Naby Keita as well. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Konrad Laimer, he's a very versatile player, could play right back, could play defensive midfield, and, he's good. He's good. I like Laimer. Have you seen that link, though?
I've not seen the Laimer link. Every link with us with a German player club, we were linked with Granit Xhaka. We were linked with Zakaria. We're linked with Neuhaus. Top teams are linked with every single player. I have seen no reputable sources talking about this link, so I haven't really been following it. The Adeyemi links, I believe, actually more than this one. But I
So
think
have you?
Adeyemi will end up at
Yeah,
Dortmund.
yeah. He's gonna dominate. He's not gonna
Yeah,
go to Liverpool right
yeah.
now to sit on the bench, bro.
No, and that's my concern with Carvalho. Like, I feel he's not. I don't think he'll play.
What other players are you linked to right now that you could talk about?
You got to give me a second to think about that now. So Bellingham was a big one.
Or is it too early?
I mean, I don't know, dude. It's just we don't really have any needs right now. We
Yeah.
have the links are the heaviest when we have the needs. So, for example, we're looking for backup forwards. That's when all the links were coming out with Diaz and this and that and the other. Midfielders, right? Diaz is a versatile player that has played in the midfield. You still got Elliott Jones, all these players. I think the news will heat up after the season winds down because right now, no one's interested in transfers. Everyone's focused on the day to day with Man City and Liverpool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If I do hear more, I will let you know. What I'm following is Salah's contract, fam.
Yeah, you let me know on the next trophy talk. So look, Salah, we also talk about him maybe next time. But Manchester City, we know Benjamin Mendy, he's been suspended by the club. And for being too horny. And we will need a new left back next season. So that's a need for City. And there's going to be a need for a midfielder as well because Fernandinho has announced that he's not ready to retire. He wants to play more. He's going to go back to play in the Brazilian league. So we're going to need a midfielder. There's been Gabriel Jesus, the links to Arsenal. So, he's probably going to leave. I've seen a link with Rafael Leao, young Portuguese left winger from AC Milan to City. That's a possibility, but they want a bit too much for him. They want about 70 mil. That ain't happening at all. Maybe we'll throw a player in there. I don't know who that player could be. And Julian Alvarez from River Plate to Manchester City is pretty much done already.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, that is a solid signing because he's playing for Argentina. He's about 22 years old right now. And that actually is completed, 17 million euros. That's actually already on transfer marked. So Julian Alvarez will be joining Manchester City. He's a center forward. So if Gabriel Jesus is leaving, that's the replacement right there. We also need to replace Ferran Torres. So, all these players. And Aguero we haven't really replaced yet. And the player that could be replacing Aguero is Erling Haaland. And he's been big in the news for the past week. And it could be massive. I know the deal would be very expensive in terms of the agent fees and all the player fee and the wages. But the transfer fee is pretty cheap, about 60 something mil. And I don't care, man. It's not my money, bro.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? Bring him in. Bring him in. We need him. Bring him in. He's one of the best talents out there. Bring him in. What are your thoughts on Erling Haaland, potentially joining Manchester City for next season?
I hate it. But I'm not expecting anything less. I mean, dude, it makes sense. You got top talent. Agent's doing his job, trying to leverage different clubs against each other. I would think he would have gone to Bayern. However, Lewandowski's not done. Still firing on all cylinders.
But the thing about the Bayern thing, man, it's getting boring, man. The best talent's moving over from Dortmund, from Leverkusen, from you name it, over to Dortmund, man. That's why they've won over to Bayern. That's 10 in a row. You see what I'm saying?
I think you guys will sign Haaland personally. It's an expensive deal, bro. But the thing is, you guys are the club that does that. You Chelsea are really the only two clubs that just sign astronomical wage players, and there's no guarantee. I mean, with City, it's all worked out. With Chelsea, I mean, look at the players they signed in that window. Really, the only one doing anything is Havertz. You know what I mean? No one else is doing anything.
Bro,
so I think it'll be a good signing for you guys.
I think we sign Haaland. The league is a wrap, and I'm gonna leave it right there. Is your computer really on 5? Is your computer on 5% right now?
Still on 5, yes.
Look, we burning out the man's computer with this week's trophy talk. It's been real. This is the longest one. You could tell how intense it's getting. We had so much to talk about. We had to talk about this.